welcome to the Power of One Voice series, where we explore one of the most influential and instrumental student campaigns within CUNY, organized by the CUNY University Student Senate to get free metro cards for students. Today, I am privileged to join students from the New York City College of Technology, Gabriel, Tehrim, and Malala. How are you doing today, everybody?
Great.
Great.
Okay. Can you please introduce yourselves? I'm going to start with you, Madam VP.
Hi, good morning, everyone. My name is Tehrim Mutin, and I am an architecture major student, third year. I'm currently a VP for External Affairs at SGA. Also, I'm a USS delegate.
Thank you, Tehrim. Gabriel?
Okay. Well, good morning, everyone. My name is Gabriel Derrick. I am a mechanical engineering student here at Tech. I'm in my second year.
Gabriel Malala.
Hi, my name is Malala. I'm an architectural engineering student and I'm currently studying for my associate.
Awesome. So, what did you feel the first time you were asked to come on to this podcast by Tehrim?
So, the first time I heard about the podcast was in the USS plenary meeting. And I thought that it's a great opportunity for all the students, just like me, who don't have benefit of free metro card. And it was a great campaign for students to, because I feel like every student should have a benefit just to travel free.
Mm-hmm. Does any of you receive transportation benefits, ASAP, SEEK, or ACE?
Yes.
Yes.
What do you get?
So I get a student Omni card from ASAP.
Okay. And what about you?
For us, because I'm in C, we don't get a card, but we get a $750 stipend specifically from my
Okay, that's cool. And you are both associate degree students, meaning that when you start your bachelor's degree, you will no longer receive your MetroCard? Is that accurate?
That's
Yes.
Okay, how does that make you feel, Malala?
For me, it makes me feel a little uncomfortable moving forward only because it's like I've always depended on my father for like income or for money source, and I've only had one job in the 18 years of my life. So it's like for me now when I think about it, because I only have like maybe like a year left and like maybe like four more, not four, like three more semesters left in my studies, and then it scares me because what if moving forward I don't have, I don't want to depend on my father because we are in like a financial, I guess, we're not stable financially. So I don't want to depend on my father because he has loans he has to pay off. On top of that, my brother's covering half of the bills, so he only has like what 200 to his name at the end of the day. And it's like when I come from like a lower income family, it just kind of hurts because it's like it almost feels like being discriminated against, and it's like not being cared for by the lower class because I'm in lower class, and it just feels like the privilege is usually like they don't really care enough to provide for us.
Thanks for sharing that. And how do you commute to school?
So every day I take the train. Every day I have to be here. And that's not even just for school. If I'm going to work, if I'm going anywhere, if I don't have access to a car, I take the train.
Hmm. What about you, Tehrim?
I also use subway for most of my time, like traveling. So because we don't have car and like stuff like for any transportation, but most of the time it's subways.
How much time does it take you to get to school?
So mostly it's like 40 to 50 minutes.
What about you?
Like 45 minutes.
Yeah?
Like an hour.
Oh, wow. So for an hour, you're taking the train or buses or public transportation to come to school. Now it's okay, but then after your associates, you get your bachelor's and then it becomes a little different. Did you go to high school in New York City?
I,
Did you used to get transportation benefits from high school?
yes.
Okay. So you're kind of used to getting that financial help that you were talking about, and I can understand how it could be scary for it to just stop. So Tehrim, what, in your opinion, is the importance of expanding these benefits to the larger student body as the USS delegate, but also as their student leader?
So I because as a student, I will first talk as a student. As a student, we all have a lot of academic pressure, and just because thinking about traveling, that I have to make like I have to commute from hour and I have to be over here and I have to pay a certain amount and I have to think about how I'm gonna get that money. I have to go and work. It's a lot of stress. We have an academic stress. We have a family problem. Some also have family problem or stuff like that. So as a student, I don't think students should have to stress about this stuff because they were as a high school students, you guys never stress about that. So why after like in your bachelor's you are stressing about that? We should not be. Any CUNY student should not be stressing about just travel.
Mhm. And how does it make you feel that this may stop soon? What made you want to get into your major, become a college student, and how do you feel like these different obstacles and burdens can kind of, how could it affect you in your studies?
Well, I liked my major. I think I always wanted to go through with my major. Since I was a kid, I just liked it. And we're all here because we want to get good jobs, want to have good careers. That's why we're all here. And specifically in not just City Tech, but in CUNYs. A lot of us here are minorities. And, our dads aren't Bill Gates or Elon Musk or something like that. A lot of us are minorities, and with that being so, I feel like a lot of us we came here, our parents brought us here, so we can have these opportunities, right? And, like Tareem was saying, we have a lot of academic stress, and when that stress is already upon us, you add on this financial stress to us about worrying about anywhere from like $30 to $60 a month. It's it could really it could really help hold us back.
And eventually, we all want to end up serving the city. We want to end up serving the community. So it would be great to be helped in our attempt to help everybody. So when I say the power of one voice, just hearing it like that, what comes to mind, Malala?
For me, it comes to a group of people talking about the same issue and advocating for it constantly while making sure we hit all the key points that are affecting the people around us. Yeah, so like because I have a really big group, because I'm always like, volunteering and stuff, I'm always participating and stuff. I have a big group of people and almost all of them they live in Bronx. They have 2 hours of commute. Like my sister, she commutes 2 hours to college. And for her, it's stressful because on days where she's running late, she knows that she's just gonna miss her class. And especially when they have a test, and it's not even sometimes on them, it's also on the transportation because the subways they're not in the best conditions, and for them to constantly, I get at one point, once we're getting our bachelor's degree, I get at one point where we're supposed to be, adults, where we're supposed to kind of feel that financial responsibility and kind of learn to accept it. At the same time, it's like you have to improve the subways, but they're not improved. So when we say like power of one voice, it's like we're advocating for the same thing, and we're also constantly listening to those who are in need and those who don't have the ability to speak up or have a voice. We can be the voice for them.
Thank you, Malala. How about you, Jenny?
When I hear about this, I think about unity, that we all are together in this and everyone is equal. And the voice we are raising is a one voice.
Gabriel?
When I hear one voice, I feel like it's we're all coming together for one idea to support one belief that we have, one issue that we're trying to tackle. It's something that we all are facing, something that we're all going through, and that one voice is all of us pleading to one issue and trying to get our issue resolved.
So, to him, as the USS delegate for the 2024-2025 academic year, how do you think USS should push for this campaign and should keep pushing to make sure CUNY students get good transportation benefits?
I think the podcast is one of the biggest campaign. I really like when I heard about them. Like, yeah, we are doing it. Also campaigning, going outside. We went to the MTA hearing the other day, and just going each and everywhere wherever we can raise a voice. It's the best thing. the USS,
Awesome. Thank you.
and I will be there.
I know you will. You've been very consistent and you've been great representing the students you were elected to represent. I think you're an example to follow, and I just love how you are growing into your own leadership
Thank you so
style.
much.
You're
It's nice
welcome.
hearing from you.
Your position was my first position in an executive board ever in student government. So it's a position of possibilities. I tell you that all the time. And I think that you're beautiful leveraging all of them. Congrats.
Thank you so much.
So thank you all for your time today. And I look forward to seeing the great things that you're all doing. And thank you for sharing your stories with me.